let's start with blue light, I guess. I mean, a big deal was made about the dangers of blue light, and I think it's been sort of toned down and maybe even debunked to a certain degree. And I say to people, look, if you're worried about blue light, let's take blue light from a disrupting your sleep patterns. I mean, part of the advice is stop using your device an hour before bed, and then you've kind of interrupted the problem with excessive blue light. Honestly, if you find the yellowing that the blue light lenses does to your vision when you're using something, you find it more comfortable, use it. It's not something that we sort of promote unless someone is particularly light sensitive or has found some benefit. We always demonstrate the difference. A lot of people don't like the yellowness, but like I said, I think there are other ways of managing blue light rather than just through lenses. The aggressive lenses, so if you need a multifocal, so you have a distance portion in the top and then you have this gradual increase in reading prescription down to the bottom, sometimes they can be challenged to use with a desktop screen like I've got in front of me, and you see people kind of doing this in order to use the reading segment, and that has obvious issues with what happens with your neck, and it changes the way that you're aligning your eyes as well. And so if you are someone who uses a computer for many, many hours a day and you're doing it in blocks of several hours, then it's worthwhile having a lens that's dedicated, that's set up for your office environment. And we call them extended focus lenses or office lenses. And there's plenty of them around where they provide a much wider reading area for the computer screen, wider reading area for what's on your desk. You don't have to move your head around as much to find the right area. The minus is they're not as clear for distance vision. Often you can get ones that will provide a little bit of a window of clear vision for being able to see someone walk in the door of your office. And then you have your regular progressive for when you're not sort of at the desk. And so, we use the analogy of it's like having, different shoes for different purposes. You don't necessarily wear your hiking boots everywhere, or your do we call them jandals or thongs, flip flops? I'm not sure how international our audience is, but you don't wear those everywhere. You can't wear them into the pub, and so different glasses for different purposes, and that's part of our job as an optometrist is sort of finding out, okay, what sort of screens are you using, what sort of devices are you using. We've got some people who are happy to have, a separate pair of glasses just for their computer and then a different one just for their reading glasses because they don't want to have to mess around with looking through different parts of the lens. They just go single vision. So we listen and discuss these things with each patient so they get a solution that suits their particular situation and lifestyle. And then we have a look at what if you can see the screen clearly, but you get uncomfortable. And discomfort can be something obvious where I'm getting, the frontal headaches, I'm getting eye strain, maybe it's going a bit blurry, or it could be more things that you blame on other things. So I'm losing concentration, I'm sort of nodding off a little bit, I'm really struggling to kind of keep my thoughts together while I'm doing that. So eye strain can sort of pop up in both ways, for the more obvious eye-related symptoms and then more about performance. And we can certainly use lenses as what I call an ergonomic tool. It's eye ergonomics. And if we accept that ergonomics for our posture, so having an ergonomic keyboard, ergonomic mouse, curved screens, I'm sitting on an ergonomic stool because it's better for your posture. If we accept all of those things are good for your whole body, why would the visual system be any different? And so we can actually use lenses as an ergonomic tool to help people be more comfortable. You don't have to put up with eye strain, and for some people that's all they need. Others might need more help. They might need some rehabilitation. We might find that the lens is not enough to reduce their symptoms, and we might be getting into some retraining, some vision therapy, those sorts of things. There's a lot you can do with a lens.